Hey everyone. So I found a look online that I wanted to try, so I'm going to try and do that tonight using palette number 3. So just bear with me because I haven't ever done this look before, so it's kind of new to me. So I already have my primer and everything on my face, so I'm not going to do that right now since it's already been on for probably about 5 minutes. You'll want to do it about 5 minutes before you're going to put it on to let it kind of soak into your skin. So I am going to be using the Touch Liquid Foundation, the Mineral Foundation. Sorry, this one's up here. So I want to shake that up, and you always want to make sure that you empty the dropper as well in there so that you make sure that it's getting mixed up too and that it's not just sitting in the dropper and getting cold and stuff like that. Alright, so you're going to want to put, this is my foundation brush. I hope the lighting in here is better. So you're just going to want to put 4 drops. I guess you can't really see that. Oh, that kind of fell, but it's supposed to be 4. I accidentally put 5. It's going to be too much, but that's okay. And some people want to stipple it in, which is fine. I just go around in a circle because I feel like it gives me more coverage that way. So that's my personal preference. But again, I know people that like to stipple it in as well, which is really good coverage for them. So it's all what you prefer to do. And I don't have a mirror really, so if you see me looking off to the side, it's because I'm using the palette mirror. I'll show you in a second. And always make sure you get your neck, so you blend it in. I guess the light still kind of isn't the greatest in here, but missed a few spots because I can't see in this little camera. Okay. So to fill in my brows, I'm going to be using the Palette 4. And I'm going to be using the Arrogant, which I normally do anyway, which I'm sure if you've seen other videos I've done, you've seen that. So, and I always like following the bottom first and then doing the top and then filling it in on each side. Sometimes I've seen people and I've seen makeup artists say to start in the middle and draw it to the end and then do the same to the other side and then finish it. But I personally don't like doing that, so that's just my preference though. So I just did the bottom there. Did the top. And then I just fill it in. Pretty easy. So you want to do the same to the other side. See, underneath. And the up top. And then just fill it in. so. Good enough. Okay, so I don't think I've showed this in any of my other videos, so I'm gonna do it in this one. And I'm not sure why I haven't, ooh, sorry. Because I normally do this every day, so I take a concealer brush, and then I take my concealer. This is in Scarlet. You're always gonna want to use concealer that's 2 shades lighter than what your normal color is. So my normal color is Velour, and Scarlet is 2 shades lighter. This is actually the lightest that you can get, but I'm also pretty pasty too, so it's not a surprise that that's as light as you can go. So you just want to put a little bit on your concealer brush, like not even a, like that's too much, but that's okay. So if you're wanting to make your eyebrows look sharper, you can take the foundation. Yeah, see, it's too much. And go underneath and follow the shape of your brow, which I have too much on here. I don't know if you can see. Can you see it there? You can kind of see it. The light is kind of blocking it, but fix this one. But do you see how this one looks sharper than the other one? Just gonna have to fix the part where the foundation got on my brow. But can you see the difference of how it's like highlighted a little bit and highlighted under here? So it kind of brings it out and looks sharper. So I'm gonna do that on the other side. I'm not gonna use as much foundation, so I just kind of smudged it in there. And do the same thing. I still put too much on. Okay, see how it's there? So I'm gonna blend that in. Go like that. Okay, but clearly there's too much in here again. So for the concealer, you don't need a lot, clearly, as you can tell. I'm just gonna pat it in to blend it because I've had too much on there. There. See how it gives like a more sharpness to it? So I normally do that. I forgot to do it in a couple of the tutorials, but I do that to make them sharper. Alright, so we're going to be using palette 3. So it has a bunch of different colors, it's pinks and purples. So I'm first going to take the transition color. Where's my brush? Where's my brush? Oh, here it is. Alright. So I'm going to take an angled brush. And I'm going to use, which color should I use? It's cheeky. This one right here. It's kind of like a sparkly pinky purple. So I usually dab it in there, and you can either do this before or after you get it on there, but then you want to spray rose water. And blow off any excess. And then, since I have kind of hooded eyes, as you can tell, for your color, your crease color, you're going to want to put it just a little bit above the crease. This way, when you close your eyes, it doesn't disappear, so it still shows up there. So, just going to go a little bit. I'm going to take it kind of almost to the corner, but not quite. And then I'm going to bring it down. So, see how it's like a circle? You can also start in the corner and kind of make an angle for a 7 and then bring it down. And then I'm going to do the same to the other side. And don't worry about the harshness because it is going to be blended in. So I'm going to start like right here. Bring it down. Can you kind of see that? Okay, and like I said, don't worry about the harsh lines. They're going to be blended in. Okay. So that's that color. And then for the lid, so you always want to spray rose water. I don't have any eye primer with me right now, so the rose water helps as an eye primer. Even if you did have the primer, then I still think you should spray your brushes with rose water because it does help it stick even more than with the primer, even though primer on its own is still really good. So I'm going to take the color Smitten. And I'm going to put it right on my lid. So this look really could be day or night. It's your call, whatever you want to do. And I'll show you in a second the difference with rose water and without it. And I'm just layering it so that it gets to the color that I want it to be. And see, the rose water actually helps it have a shine to it too, which is awesome. And I'm going to do the same to the other eye here. and I just pat it on. See, once I spray it again with the rose water, you can tell a difference with it being more sparkly and shimmery. All right. So then I'm going to take my crease brush and I'm just gonna kind of blend these two together so it doesn't look super thick and have a line. Okay. And then I'm actually going to take the crease brush again, just wipe it off. And I'm gonna take the Irate, which is the darkest color. And always blow off the excess, especially if you're using a dark color so it doesn't get underneath. You can actually also take a pressed powder, and I learned this trick watching a tutorial. And you can just put, like, but it has to be a bunch underneath the eye, and then it'll stop it. But I'm not gonna take a bunch and do that because I'm going to put concealer on after and show you, like, to get rid of dark circles, because I always have dark circles under my eyes and it sucks. So take the Irate on your crease brush. Okay, and then you're gonna want to just go in your crease. Okay, and then a little bit in. But you're not gonna want to go in too much because we're gonna blend it in. And you still want to have the lid that bright silvery purple color. Again, the rose water. Okay. My cat has something she shouldn't. But that's okay. All right, and then you're gonna do the same on the other side here. Okay. Spray it one more time with the rose water. And can you see? I'm not sure if you can tell, it kind of just looks all one color. Okay, so now we're gonna blend it, and just take a blending brush. Okay. Blend these ones together. I really like how this is looking so far. Just keep blending it in. And do the same on the other side. Just gonna clean it off a little bit. Okay, it's a little too up there for me in the concealer. So I'm gonna fix that up. Okay. Where did that one go? It's gonna go in a little bit with the purple. It's already on my brush. And I'm just lightening it a little bit again with the blender. This side kind of looks a little different just because of the lighting in here, but it does look the same, so. A little bit more of the purple. See? And then again, I'm just gonna blend it to make it a little bit lighter. Okay. Now, if you want to touch up that light silvery purple part, then you can just go back in like this on both sides. Of course, you never just want to do one and not the other. Then I'm just gonna lightly blend it. So you see how I did the light in the middle, or in the middle of the lid, and then it kind of just shaped it around. So it still kind of has that smoky look to it. So from there, I don't have my liner. Oh, here. So I'm going to take an angled brush, but I grabbed the wrong one. So it's just a little angle brush. Spray it. Didn't need to spray it twice, but I did. And I'm going to use this as my eyeliner. But I'm also going to actually take my eyeliner and get it right into the crease first before I do it with the shadow. Just because if you get the liner, you want to get it right into your lash line because it makes your lashes look fuller. Okay, and I'll post a picture of the look after I'm done because I know that the lighting is a bit different than what I can see, so. All right, so I'm gonna take the brush and put a little bit of Irate onto it. And I'm gonna use this as my liner. And I'm gonna go a little bit out thicker on the edge. I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of thicker out here. And then I just let it go thin and draper it off. I don't normally go right to the corner though, just because I personally don't like it, and sometimes I get it in my eye and I don't like it, but that's my personal fault because I can never draw a straight line, so that's just me. But I also like when it goes thicker and then sometimes it just tapers off. So see, it's kind of thicker right there, and then it like goes out. So now I'm gonna do the same to the other side. And I will be putting stuff underneath as well, just not right now. So again, see? Oh. Sorry, just getting more rose water there. And I am just winging it out a little bit, not too much. And I'll do the same on this side. You see, like I didn't go too far up. Maybe I'll try. Okay. So I like using the eyeshadows as a liner, especially if it's you're wanting to have a liner more of the color of what you're doing in your shadows, and that's perfect. If you use spray it with rose water and then you can get it wet and use it as a liner, it's really good. So I'm not going to do under my eye yet because personally I like doing my concealer first. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so for some reason my camera stopped working and I noticed it sooner rather than later this time. So what I did is I put concealer on my brush. I did a triangle, and you're going to want to make sure it's a triangle so you can blend it into the rest of your face so it doesn't just look like it's right under your eye only, and that's the thing that's going to stand out. And then I personally just like patting it in with my finger. If you have a beauty blender, you can of course use that, but I like my finger, I don't know why. So I just want to blend it in. Sorry. All right. Can you see the difference? See how this is lighter and more vibrant than this side? And I have bags under my eyes all the time, especially in the morning. So this really, really helps it. And if you have really, really bad bags under your eyes, you can use like a red lip liner and color it in, and then put your foundation on, and then put your concealer on over top, and it'll help conceal it even more. But I'm not gonna do that right now. All right. So again, oh. Should have wiped it off from my other side. Okay. So let's blend it in. And like I said, you want to make sure you have it blended in to all of your face, not just underneath your eye. Okay. So that's that. I need to clean my brushes tonight. Okay. So for the under eye, kind of depends on what you're really wanting to do. I'm gonna take the cheeky color and a little bit of the Irate, and I'm gonna line it. But I'm not going in my waterline. Like, I'm just going underneath. See? It's just underneath it. It's not in the actual waterline. So I'm going to do it on the other side. Then I'm going to take my crease brush and just dab it in the cheeky. I'm just kind of making it look softer. But it's your call if you're wanting to do this or not. Some don't like having it a little darker under their eyes, but I do. Okay. Oh, sorry, my phone's screwing up. Okay. I don't know what happened. Something happened with my phone again. Maybe it's just the stand. I'm not sure. So anyway, as I was saying, some people don't like it having dark under their eyes, but I personally do. So I do that. If you don't want to have it as dark as mine is right now, then you don't have to take the crease brush and go under it like I did. It's completely your call. It's whatever your preference is, of course. So that is up to you. So now that I am done with that, I'm going to use some pressed powder. I like using a kabuki brush with it instead of the little thing that comes with it, but that's just me. And I use the same color as I do for my foundation. So this is in Velour. And this is the pressed powder. Just to seal everything in. And again, don't forget your neck. And I love this pressed powder. I love how it looks with the foundation. You don't need it. I also have used and sometimes still use a translucent powder over top of it. But I love the pressed powder. If you're looking for a more translucent powder, I would suggest the Laura Mercer. For the translucent, apparently I can't say that word, powder, but I do recommend trying the pressed powder. So it just comes in like this, and it's awesome. So that is my look. I don't know if you can see it, but I guess it's more of a, for me, it would be more of a night look, I guess. It could be either or, day or night. If you wanted to do this as a day look, then I would probably do the darker colors just a little lighter, or even blend it in a little bit more to make it lighter. Pardon me. And then I just realized I forgot one of the most important steps, the mascara. All right. So I'm just going to do this quick because I know this is a really long video already, and I'm sorry about that. I like to heat up my eyelash curler. Always have. A lot of people use a blow dryer to heat it up. I use a lighter, personally. Alright, so I'm going to be using the 3D fiber lashes. And you can do as many layers as you want. It's your call. If I'm going out, I usually do 3, sometimes 4. I used to do just 2 or 3, but I realized that I like them getting even bigger and bigger and bigger. And for the fiber lashes, my suggestion, which is what I was suggested to do, is to take the fiber part and just kind of roll it, or else it kind of just like, the fibers could fall out. And kind of get everywhere, possibly even in your eye, because that happened to me, but I'm extremely clumsy when it comes to this kind of stuff and poking myself in the eye, so really it could have just been me, because I do it all the time. So you want to do gel fiber gel, and you want to do that as many times as you want, and it builds it up. So I'm just going to do 1 layer right now just to show you. But can you, I guess you can't really, well, you can tell. This one has it, this one doesn't. Same to the other side here. Sorry, I keep hitting the stand and it's going crooked. This is my broken stand. I rigged it to somehow stay up. Oh, I'm doing good right now. Normally I get mascara somehow on my lids or anywhere else. Like I said, I'm really clumsy when it comes to my makeup. So again, just roll it on a paper, kind of just like a tissue or something. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go there. Like I said, I'm just gonna quickly do the one. And I don't have my blush over here. Oh, is it right on here? No. Okay, and then I would normally put blush or bronzer on, but I don't have any over here right now. So that is the final look, and I will take pictures and I will upload it, but I'm really happy with it. And like I said, that was a palette 3. The pinks and the purples. So again, I use the Smitten, Cheeky, and the Irate. For my brows, I use Palette 4's Arrogant. My foundation, I use the Mineral Liquid Foundation in Velour with the Velour Pressed Powder and the Scarlet Concealer. And then on my lashes, I have the 3D Fiber Mascara. And I don't have any blush on or bronzer because I forgot it upstairs. So if you guys have any questions or anything, or if there's a look you would like me to try, then just let me know. Other than that, have a good night, guys. Thanks for watching. See you later.